Welcome to Fratton Park. It's a sunny day on the south coast. There's a real sense that spring is very much in the air here, and that can only mean one thing. That can only mean that the Championships season is drawing somewhere close to its conclusion, and that can only mean that every game that Leeds United play now has increasing significance, and that will particularly be the case because it's a Sunday lunchtime. In fact, as the teams emerge, it's a Sunday morning, and the Portsmouth side that's put on good shows in front of their own fans here in recent weeks shows one significant change with Isaac Hayden dropping to the bench, but there's plenty of experience in the midst of the lineup, and Marlon Pack is a recognisable name as their skipper on that basis. Leeds United, well, there's an anticipated change, I guess, when you see that Leeds are on the road. You expect perhaps that Gruev will come into the midfield. That's exactly what's happened here at Portsmouth, so Joe Rothwell is named amongst the potential replacements today. I suppose the expectation is that there's a defensive job to do here as a highest priority, and then Leeds will hope to do their thing at the other end after that. So the two teams are out, and the Leeds United fans, well, we have to give great credit to the Leeds United fans. We've had a chance to chat to quite a few in the build-up to the game, both yesterday as I was travelling down via London, and then this morning in the hotel as well. And it's been an overnight stay for many, or it's been a very, very early start for many. Whatever, 12 noon on a Sunday is not an ideal time for a kick-off at a location some 300 miles or so away from Elland Road. Others will have travelled less, and some may have travelled more, but they're all here. Doesn't matter where they've travelled from. Inevitably, despite this crazy kick-off time, the away end is completely full. So the Leeds United fans, any which way, have made sure they're here. And now the team has to respond to that incredible backing with a performance. The team in yellow are in the half away to our right-hand side as we sit right at the back of the old main stand here at Fratton Park. You don't get many wooden stands these days, but this is very much the wooden floored stand. And the noise around the ground is old school as well. They make a big racket here at Fratton Park. You'll be hearing that hopefully for not too much longer, but certainly at the moment as we await the kick-off in the Championship fixture, with the two teams in their respective halves now beginning to break from the huddle. Leeds United all in yellow, and Portsmouth in their traditional blue, white and red. First day of the season was when these two teams last met, and that was quite the thriller. A 3-3 draw, could have gone either way, even in the final couple of minutes. But Portsmouth served notice on that day that they were going to be up for the battle in this new division, back in the Championship level after promotion last season. So Leeds learnt it. The game is underway, and Leeds United will be ready to do battle again here, I'm sure, this Sunday lunchtime. Pascal Struijk with the armband on gives the ball to Gruev, who we heard from in the build-up to kick-off. And now Joe Rodon. Results yesterday, well, basically everybody immediately below Leeds won, so the gap has been closed right up, and it's as tight as ever at the top. Aaronson with the ball wide will be just beyond Jaden Bogle. It will roll into touch, so it's going to be a Portsmouth throw-in. There's been a team change for LUTV for this game as well this afternoon. Tony Dorigo is being rested, and Andy Cousins has stepped in to take his place. What can we expect this afternoon, Andy?
I think we expect the normal, you know, from Leeds United. We'll try and get hold of the ball, we'll try and push it around, we'll try and keep possession, you know, and try and break down. I think Portsmouth will sit back a little bit because, you know, any team who Leeds come up against who have a go at us, we generally, you know, get the better of. So it's they're a very tall side, you know, we could see when we're coming in. So set piece is going to be important, as you said, Bryn. They've got a good home record and, you know, a lot of goals from set pieces. So we do have to have our wits about us on silly free kicks and corners and that side of it. But, you know, they've set up really man-to-man on us. And, you know, we've just got to get hold of that ball. And Gruev in the middle there, I think just needs to be about 4 or 5 yards further forward, get hold of it and let's break up their play a little bit easier and get you know, our two wingers are phenomenal, been on great form. So you know, I see gaps appearing as the game goes on, but it's going to be a tough one this afternoon down here. I
think that's been the accepted anticipation, having talked to fans and people around the club as well in the build-up to kick-off. Portsmouth with a throw-in, first rendition of Marching On Together from the travelling supporters. We're in the shade behind the goal away to our right. Much of the pitch is in sunshine. Where we are, very much in shade, and just a little cool on that basis as well. Certainly reason to wear a coat still. Meslier in the penalty area. Short ball out to Rodon. Up the line it goes to Bogle. Over the top it goes for Piroe to chase. The goalkeeper comes to the edge of his penalty area. Schmidt and just gathers the ball there. And then is able to walk it across the edge of the area. And then a short rolled ball out. And the home side on the halfway line in possession of the ball with Freddie Potts. Potts back to Pack. Pack switches the play. Ritchie, familiar figure, on the right-hand side for Portsmouth. Couldn't quite get up to that one, but Matt Ritchie, bags of experience at the highest level.
I think they're trying to keep the full-backs pinned back from Leeds' point of view. You look at the setup at the minute, the two wingers are playing very high up the field, which is very unusual against us, but we've got to be careful of that one.
The Bogle was pushing forward then and almost got caught as a result. Murphy had got beyond him, but the flag has been raised for offside, so Murphy must have come back from an offside position before going to chase for the ball there. So Leeds have a free kick. Ref's assistant down below, as is Daniel Farker, arms folded on the edge of the pitch, very narrow touchline here at Portsmouth. So nothing that you would describe as a technical area for the two coaches to roam around in. John Massinho is a short distance away from Daniel Farker, young coach establishing a reputation here at Portsmouth, who have the possession in the, well, they did have it in the Leeds half. It's now a check back and they've gone back into their own penalty area. And Schmidt, the keeper, plays it long back into Leeds territory, where Rodon heads it down for Aaronson. Brendan Aaronson has to go back towards his own goal before he turns and just clips it forward. James can't get there. Rodon with a header up in the air. Gruev battling, doesn't get there. Struijk does in the air. Header comes back from Pack. Firpo just directs it back safely into the hands of Meslier. And there is that noise we were talking about before the game. And as ever, the bell is ringing here at Portsmouth. Traditional part of the matchday experience. Ball played towards the halfway line, where it's intercepted and headed into touch by Dozzell. Leeds throw in, taken by Bogle. Back to Rodon, who goes back into the penalty area to Meslier. Long ball played into that Portsmouth half. The header is misplaced defensive header from Poole. Regan Poole, Welsh international in the Portsmouth colours, concedes a throw-in which goes back to eventually Meslier via Struijk. Now Rodon carries it forward a little way for Leeds before passing wide to James. Infield to Bogle. Bogle's got a bit of space in front of him. He's moving into it now. Just deflected as he got it towards the edge of the area. Tanaka comes in to take charge. Curls his pass out towards this near side. Somewhat telegraphed there, so intercepted by Swanson. And out of play for a Leeds throw-in. Advanced position in the Portsmouth half. Gruev to Firpo, and Firpo back to the halfway line to Struijk. And now Rodon. And Rodon wide to Bogle. Back it comes to Joe Rodon. Just weighing up his options, decides that Meslier is the right one on this occasion. Back it goes to Rodon again. Long ball just pushed up into that Portsmouth half. The runners will go after it. Pack has gone across to cover. Clears up towards the halfway line. Tanaka involved in a challenge there. Murphy heads it forward. Bogle, up in the air it goes again. Ball has spent a lot of time in the air in the opening stages of this game. near side touchline. Firpo does a good job to win the ball, tries to keep it in play because he wanted to get going forward. He manages to do that, but he slipped and fallen, and Swanson takes control, goes back to Pack, and then Pack to Poole. And now down the right-hand side, Matt Ritchie, pursued by Manor Solomon. Firpo clears forward, but that's given away. Portsmouth play on the edge of the penalty area. Little ball for the shot from the edge of the box, and it takes a deflection on its way, but it curls just wide from the foot of Potts, goes beyond the post, and it's a corner kick.
Good defending by Pascal. He got there nice and tight. You can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to keep their wingers high up the park, to keep our fullbacks really back. We need to win that second ball when it's coming down into the midfield to get hold of it a little bit.
So Leeds have the first set piece to defend here. Plenty of movement in front of Illan Meslier, so much so that the referee has stepped in just to make sure that it's all fair and above board. Now the signal is given for the corner to be taken. Curled in, it's headed away by Rodon. Good long header clear. Directed wide, left-hand side. Dozzell picks it up, Murphy rather, whips the ball into the middle. Right down the throat to Illan Meslier, who grabs the ball into his body. It's an inviting ball played into the middle there. From the left side, Meslier dealt with it. They'll roll out short to Pascal Struijk. And then from Gruev to Meslier. Meslier wide. Bogle takes it down, controls it, and plays the ball back to Rodon, who goes back to the goalkeeper again. Rodon once more. Forward ball to Aaronson. Piroe. Now Aaronson. Runners going. James is on the edge of the penalty area for Leeds United. James out by the corner flag now, trying to get the ball into the penalty box. In he goes. Man in front of him twists and turns to try and beat his man. To Piroe, little back heel back to James, and it's blocked and it goes up in the air. Great interplay between those two. Still alive potentially for Leeds as James goes down under a heavy challenge. Nothing given, still Leeds battling away, and Leeds have a corner kick. And Dan James is still down, and the referee indicates he saw it, but it was a challenge for the ball.
Yeah, I think it's difficult because we've got a ball right in our way where it is, but it did seem to be that, you know, he's got hold of it a little bit. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't, do you? It's one of them, but much better from Bogle and James down that right-hand side. You know, James has created some space, and we've caused a little bit of a problem in there. What are you thinking there, Bryn? Are you thinking a penalty?
Penalty is what I'm saying. Swung straight through the back of his leg, made no contact with the ball. So we'll see. Nothing for Leeds on that occasion as the ball is curled in, and it's a comfortable catch for Schmidt just under the crossbar. But Portsmouth maybe got away with one there, and they're looking to get something themselves going forward now. Murphy takes on Bogle, but Bogle bundles him over. So Portsmouth will now have a free kick just outside the Leeds penalty area. Defending for Leeds to do. Andy Cousins has just run the rule over that challenge on Dan James.
I'm not too sure. I don't think he's got too much of the ball in there. It's one which you might get when you're at home, but you know, certainly away from home, I don't think you're going to get too much of it, to be honest with you. But it was good play. It was a bit of pressure into the box, which we needed. But we've got to be careful of their break. They are actually wanting to come out at us a little bit. You know, they're wanting to play a high line up the top of the pitch, and you know, we just need to be careful of their breaks. But that's good. That's good for us, because eventually we'll get hold of the ball and we'll keep moving it around. It's the old-fashioned tight pitch at Portsmouth, isn't it?
Well, at the moment, it's Portsmouth who are looking to exploit that with this free kick that they have. It's 3-4 yards outside the Leeds penalty area. There's a two-man wall inside the box between Ritchie and the goal. Curled in now, great shape on that, up in the air. Meslier will catch that one under the bar. Defensively, I think the men in the middle did their job there for Leeds. But it was a good delivery from Ritchie, as you would expect. Solomon for Leeds, moving forward into the middle to Piroe. Back to Solomon, nice touch from Solomon to work himself away from Ritchie. move down the left side for Leeds. Still going. Curls his cross into the middle. Good one as well. Piroe couldn't quite get there ahead of Pack. And the ball is cleared away. Gruev battling on this near side. Well, he gets in front of the ball and he does a good job to turn it back to Pascal Struijk, just ahead of Aouchiche, the man on loan from Sunderland. Ball over the top is out of play from Struijk. Looks long and hard at it. Interesting that the two central defenders today are both sporting wrist bandages, as if it's now a new kind of fashion trend amongst those who play in the central defence for Leeds United.
Yeah, it's a new superstition, I would guess. If it keeps working, let's keep it going. But a little bit better from Leeds. You know, we're getting hold of the ball. Solomon got a bit more down here. You know, look, you know, Ritchie's been around a little bit. You know, his legs are not going to be there certainly in the end of the game. But you know, when Junior starts, you know, really creating some chances going forward, you know, because he will break forward. We know Ritchie's not going to come, so we do have to be careful of that one.
Long clearance forward from Meslier. Header up in the air. Piroe cushions a pass. Just about finds Gruev, who gets the ball back off Solomon. Gives it to Firpo. And Pascal Struijk. Rodon. And then back it goes to Meslier, just outside the penalty area. Gruev in the middle of the midfield, in the middle of the Leeds half. Rodon back to Gruev again. To his right to Bogle. Now back into Rodon. Short ball to Tanaka, back to Rodon. Loose ball forward from Joe Rodon now. Leeds have lost it and then quickly win it back again. Gruev now can look forward here. He can carry it forward. He goes into the path of Aaronson. Turns and spins and gives the ball to Dan James down the right touchline. On it goes to Aaronson again, into the penalty area. Almost broke for Solomon. Cleared away as far as Tanaka. Solomon just couldn't react in time to control it. Leeds with Pascal Struijk scurrying to this near side to get on the ball and give it to Piroe. Comes back from Piroe to Gruev, into the centre circle to Rodon, Tanaka. Wide right to Bogle, right on the touchline. Short pass back to Dan James. James in field to Aaronson. Aaronson goes back to Tanaka, behind Rodon. Recovers it, just under pressure from the centre forward. Now Tanaka on down the channel for Aaronson, but he's kept off the ball, he's lost it now. Portsmouth see the opportunity to sprint forward with Murphy in possession, quickly up to the edge of the box and into it. And the ball breaks kindly for Gruev, who's tracking back. Forced out towards the corner flag, just about manages to work it up the line to Tanaka. Now Bogle, oh, that's a poor ball into the middle. And suddenly Portsmouth are presented with an opportunity to get themselves up to the edge of the box and in now. Struijk is covering well. It's just a kind of loose ball that could create problems for Leeds United unnecessarily. Yeah,
absolutely. We just need to keep hold of the ball. You know, they're putting a bit of pressure on us as we knew they were going to do in this early stage. You've got to just keep hold of it when we get good possession. You know, Bogle's got hold of it there, and you know, just a nice easy ball in there. But I think Brendan's got to be a little bit stronger at the top of the pitch when it's coming into the front, guys. We've got to keep hold of it and bring the midfielders into play.
Quarter of an hour gone, 0-0 here at Fratton Park. Leeds United with Tanaka in possession in his own half. Turns, gives the ball to Pascal Struijk. Struijk to Firpo. And now Gruev back to Struijk. Pitch is a little patchy here, beginning to show the effects of a championship season. Dan James down the right-hand side for Leeds. Big line of blue shirts in front of him. Into the middle it comes, and Solomon is brushed off the ball in that midfield, and Potts has it for Portsmouth and delivers it to the left-hand side for the run forward from Aouchiche. And then Rodon does exceptionally well to get back at him and win the ball back for Leeds United without committing a foul.
Again, we've got to be stronger with the ball up in their third. You know, get hold of it. You know, keep hold of it, move it around again. You know, because it is tight. It's a tight football pitch. You know, down here, and it's you can see that the way they want to play, they're right on top of us. So you know, our quality just needs to be a little bit better in the final third. Keep hold of it a little bit. Take the pressure off the midfield a little bit more in that sense as well.
Ball back to Struijk. And then Meslier. Pushed forward to Tanaka, ran into trouble. And now Ritchie into the penalty area for Bishop. And again, Struijk has done a great job for Leeds there, being right place, right time, just to make sure he could fashion a pass back to the goalkeeper. Didn't look like a pass back, so Meslier able to pick it up.
I thought the first thing he should have gone to start with, but he actually made the right decision of backing off, and the bad touch then he just got hold of it and back to the goalkeeper. But again, you know, they're causing a few problems for us. We've just got to be a little bit aware of it. I keep saying keep hold of the football a little bit better than what we're doing, because it's what we're used to seeing. For Leeds United, we're used to seeing, you know, keep hold of the ball, keep it moving across the back four. Gruev and Tanaka go into there and pick it up, and everything moves from that point. We're just not getting hold of it in that second phase when we've got that ball.
Meslier, edge of the penalty box for Leeds, and a little bit beyond it now. Short pass to Rodon. Through the middle for Piroe, laid wide, but picked up by the fullback Ogilvie over there, and back it comes to the goalkeeper Schmidt, who quickly goes out the penalty area to Swanson. Back to Poole. Straight ball from Poole. Struijk goes up and wins a good header. Tanaka down into the path of Gruev. Helped on onto the chest of Aaronson. Just puts it up in the air. Piroe will go after this. Is he onside if he gets there? Gets it on the byline. And then can't keep the ball in play. But it's taken a touch off a Portsmouth player. Leeds have won a corner.
Well done there from Piroe. You know, never gave it up, did he? But we, again, you know, them little balls are on just around the back. You know, if we can get our wingers a little bit further up the pitch, but we need to keep hold of it in that number 10 role. You know, if we can keep hold of it in the 10 role, we create chances then from that point onwards, because it's coming back a little bit too easy at times.
So Leeds with the chance to put players in the penalty area. Rothwell not available currently. So the ball is played in by Solomon to the back post, from where it's headed away by Marlon Pack. Comes off the head of Pack and out for a throw in, which is a Leeds ball. So Hayden Bogle is called over to pick it up and take it. Almost level with the edge of the Portsmouth box. In it goes to Aaronson. Short ball back to Bogle. Bogle into the penalty area. Can't thread a pass through. Portsmouth pick it up and clear away, and then the foul is committed by Gruev, who goes in on Bishop. And Portsmouth have a free kick midway inside their own half.
Yeah, again, another nice little bit by Bogle down there. You know, our fullbacks, depends how much of a risk they want to take in the first 45 minutes. You know, if they want to take a risk, they're going to leave us open a little bit at the back there, but that gives us that extra man. But Bogle's got him first time really getting down the line, tried to play the intricate, you know, pass through, but just not quite there. But a little bit better from Leeds.
Goalkeeper Schmidt has come out to take the free kick, the Austrian. Long ball into the penalty area. Struijk beaten by Bishop. Tanaka comes in and does well. Tucks his arms in behind his back as he chests it down, so there could be no confusion. Meslier picks it up and then bowls it out underarm to Struijk. Gives it back to the goalkeeper. Bishop charges in. Meslier has to get rid and goes wide to Bogle. Takes it down on the thigh. Infield struggles to keep it, but does keep it. And suddenly it's opened up for Leeds down the left side with Firpo. Able to carry the ball up into the Portsmouth half. Puts it up to the edge of the penalty area where bodies arrive. James waits for it to bounce. Just bounces over his head. Still on the ball though. Running parallel with the edge of the penalty area. Now Gruev. Now Solomon. Firpo's wide. He's in the penalty area. Firpo tries to put it back in the middle. Well, that's the best move of the game from Leeds down this left side. Junior Firpo couldn't get his cross in, but Leeds get a corner.
Just opened up for him, didn't it? Down that left-hand side. First time Junior's got down past the full-back, but good defending from Portsmouth's point of view. But another corner, which, you know, again, we can be dangerous at.
Manor Solomon on duty once more to put this one into the Portsmouth penalty area. Whipped in towards goal. It bounces around in there. Leeds had bodies arriving as well. Struijk has remained prone after that one was cleared away, and as a result the referee has now blown his whistle. Pascal Struijk is flat out, face down in the turf.
I don't know if that came off our off-road and onto Pascal or vice versa there, but it was a great delivery into the box. But you know, luckily he's set up now, and I think he's going to be okay. Is Pascal, but much better play down the left-hand side there from Junior and Solomon. They created the space. Bogle made a bit of a risk from, you know, when he came out. The ball ran out nicely for him to get out to this left-hand side. But, you know, I think it might have come off... I think it came off. I think Rodon's hit it on the back of Struik's head. I think, you know, great delivery, but again, a little bit better from Leeds in that sense.
I think it was a player landing on Struijk that's caused the injury, hasn't it? As the bodies flew in, I think Poole maybe landed upon him. Struijk is sitting up in the penalty area, but he's still not yet back on his feet. That process takes place now. And he'll be led towards the touchline before he's allowed to resume playing this one. Just rubbing the back of his neck ruefully.
It's a really strange one, this, isn't it? You get injured and you've got to come off, and you know you've got to be 30 seconds or whatever it is. It's a real strange one in that sense, especially with a head injury. You've got to be careful with it. You know, he most likely could have got up and played on pretty quickly, but.
Well, he's made his way to the touchline now. Still rubbing that neck, by the way, but will be coming back on when he's allowed, as Portsmouth get the game underway. Swanson in possession. Back to Potts. Across the middle it goes to Pack. And then back to Potts once more. Swanson back into the captain in the centre circle. Struijk still awaiting the signal from the referee.
It's always the longest 30 seconds in history, isn't it?
Now he's back on. Portsmouth with Potts and now Poole. Pack holds off Aaronson and then just tucks it back for a ball back in from Dozzell to the goalkeeper. And he whips it forward straight down the middle. Meslier will come and surely gather that just on the edge of the penalty area. And when I say just, I mean just on the edge of the penalty area. Swipes it back in to make sure he doesn't get himself in trouble.
Good closing down from Aaronson as well at the top of the pitch. You know, put him under a bit of pressure. You know, we get the ball back, but this is the time when we need to keep hold of it. You know, going into midfield, bringing it back. You know, going across the back four. You know, because they are playing quite a high line, aren't they? You know, it's surprising me that they're playing that way, but obviously play like this at home and are slightly different, you know, away from home. But you know, we are getting hold of the ball a little bit more now, and we're having a bit more possession.
Portsmouth home form, 8 home victories. That's where the job of protecting their status at this level has really been done. So Fratton Park has been the proverbial happy hunting ground for them thus far. Leeds United trying to change that with the ball with Solomon just outside the penalty area, 2 in front of him. So he has to come back to Gruev. Gives it back to Mana Solomon again. Same pair in front of him. Again, same outcome. Goes back to Gruev. So I guess you can say that Portsmouth players have done their job there, because Leeds are now back on in the centre circle with Rodon. Moves inside, James has miscontrolled. Gruev is quick but can't prevent initially the ball going out wide, but Leeds have done well to work back through Bogle and make sure that their counter-attack was prevented. Now Struijk moving out wide to Solomon. Again, moving it up to the edge of the penalty area. Goes on his left foot this time to try and work his way around that marking player, but comes off the outstep and goes behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, it just shows you the danger though down this left-hand side. You know, as soon as Solomon gets it, he's got 2 on him straight away. You know, Junior Firpo's getting forward a little bit more now. You know, he's trying to stretch it further forward. We've got 70% of possession. We are holding on to that ball a little bit more than what you kind of think by watching it, but it's starting to open up a little bit, which we knew 20-25 minutes into the game you'd expect them to come at us, and you know, we are starting to get the possession which we like and we want, and we just need to make that final third a little bit more, you know, quality up there, and then the chances will come.
I do hope you're right. Struijk with a header. Gruev bustled and falls, and Portsmouth with the ball, attacking on the edge of the penalty area with Swanson. Swanson in from the touchline to the edge of the box to Ritchie. Curls his cross into the middle. Easy catch for Meslier there. That was too high from Ritchie. Meslier came and gathered. and then wanted to throw it out quickly, but couldn't do that. So holds it, and then drops it to the floor, and then plays it to his right to Rodon. Forward to Aaronson, laid wide to Bogle, back in field to Tanaka, back to Bogle once more. Bogle's attempted crossfield ball is quickly closed down though, and Portsmouth have the possession back as a result. Up in the air it goes, too far high in the air it goes, in fact, for Aouchiche. And that'll be a Leeds United throw-in, which Bogle takes midway inside his own half, back to Rodon. The penalty area to Meslier. Meslier, just a long straight ball. Piroe will watch but won't get there. The header down will drop just nicely for Poole, not for Manny Solomon. Potts spreads his pass wide, easy interception for Bogle. Now what can he do here, because Leeds have got plenty for him to help up front. He goes for Dan James to his right. James is level with the edge of the box. He's into the penalty area. He's trying to get his cross in. It's blocked. It goes behind for a corner kick.
Well played, Dan James, as usual. You know, going down that right-hand side, he's always trying to get past the ball, the player to get the ball in the box. But another corner from Leeds. You know, 4 corners now. We've created a few chances from them. Let's make one count.
Easy for you to say.
It is. I've got a frog in my throat on that one, I think.
Gruev is the man designated to take the corner from the far side. Disappears behind the post in our line of vision here. Curls it high into the box, headed away. His body's again falling over inside the area, and the referee has spotted something untoward, and I think it was a foul by Tanaka. And so it'll be a Portsmouth free kick that will give them the chance to clear.
Yeah, very late on the whistle there, wasn't he? He kind of looked at it and decided against it, and then decided, oh, I'm going to go again. But, you know, it's in a dangerous position where the ball's coming in. Every time it's in and around that penalty box, 6-yard box. And I think that, you know, we need to, you know, look at our strong headers, which is Pascal, which is Rodon, to be attacking that area. It was a free header in a decent area.
Short goal kick taken by Schmidt. Pack, he plays the long ball forward instead. Rodon wins the header, but it drops kindly for Ogilvie, the left back. The ball is not the best. Aaronson couldn't get in there to win it off Dozzell. Portsmouth start again with Dozzell, and the ball now in the Leeds half. Murphy, crossfield ball, finds its way all the way over to Matt Ritchie on this near side. Ritchie swings a pass in. Firpo was a little slow reacting, but Ritchie dived in ahead of him, went too early. Now Firpo's coming forward for Leeds. Well, looked like a handball as he tried to play it through the middle there, but the referee saw it differently. Leeds lose the ball. Portsmouth back up to the halfway line with Bishop. Struijk caught him late as he went to challenge for the header. So that will be a free kick to Portsmouth almost on the halfway line.
I think Bishop was waiting for that one, wasn't he? You know, he knew what was coming, the ball was going out of play. You know, he's just waiting for Pascal to come in there, and, you know, the referee's bought one there for me personally. The ball was always going out of play, he was never going anywhere else.
Portsmouth go back with the free kick. Pack moves it forward now down the left side to Ogilvie. Ogilvie, short ball in field to Murphy. And he then goes further back to Dozzell, and Dozzell back to pretty much the halfway line to Pack. Across the back to Poole. Stretches a foot out and plays it through the middle. Comes back in for Aouchiche. Well won by Tanaka. Solomon can't get on it. Ritchie whips it in first time quickly. Rodon spotted the danger and got in to clear it out the box. Firpo under pressure, just happy to put it into touch. Portsmouth have a throw in.
Good positioning from Rodon there to null the danger.
Portsmouth are well inside to the Leeds penalty area, hence the rise in volume levels as the throw-in will be taken by, well, it was going to be by Swanson, but it looks like Pack is going to chuck one into the penalty area here. So often seeing this now, the long throw. Marlon Pack is the man with the job for Portsmouth. Meslier shields his eyes, in it comes towards him. Keeper goes up and holds well.
Well done, Ilya. We know he's under pressure a little bit with them coming in, which I think will be a tactic with a lot of teams now. And you know, he's done really well there. He's got hold of the ball. it's a tough place to do a long throw because there's not much space around the football pitch. It's not the old, you know, Rory Delap kind of long throw which we used to have back in the day. But look, they score a lot from set pieces. They've got 11, you know, from corners this year. They're a big team. It's a good threat for them. So, you know, we are defending at the minute. We're defending very well on corners and free kicks, which is a good thing.
Solomon surely caught there with a challenge from Swanson. Referee is not seeing anything untoward in that one. I think Leeds would get a little sense that they're not getting an awful lot out of the ref at the moment in this one. But Solomon there, maybe you'd say he needed to be a little bit more robust in retaliation, but Portsmouth ended up with the throw-in. Over the head of Bishop. Leeds win it back well with Gruev, but it's behind Solomon from Firpo. Struijk comes in now. That is a central defender's challenge.
It's a good old-fashioned challenge, that one, wasn't he? He was waiting for it. Again, we've just got to get hold of the ball a little bit more, haven't we? It's gone a bit scrappy for us in the last 5 minutes, so let's just get hold of the ball a little bit. Let's get moving it around a little bit, and you know, get that possession back. You know, they've taken a little bit of control in the last 5 minutes of Portsmouth.
0-0, 33rd minute. Portsmouth with Murphy in possession, moving forward down the left side. Whips his cross into the middle. Great ball as well. Well, Meslier had gone to the near post. There was nobody at the far post. Ritchie has come out to pick it up again for Portsmouth here. Swanson on the overlap. Challenge comes in from Firpo. It's a good one. And then sliced by Tanaka. And I think that's gone behind that corner, is it?
Yeah, I think he's sliced his clearance out of play. But, you know, as we just said, they're just trying to get on top a little bit the last 5 minutes of Portsmouth. We need to get ourselves organised, defend the corner, you know, and hopefully Meslier can come and collect, because they're going to put it right on top of him again.
Yep, Matt Ritchie will take this corner kick for Portsmouth. And again, crowd seen in the 6-yard box. In it swings. Meslier, good punch to get the ball out to the penalty area. Aouchiche chases out towards the far touchline and whips the ball back in. Bogle, header at the edge of the area, comes back in, Potts on the edge, loops a shot forward, but he was leaning back as he hit it, so much so that he ended up on the turf on his back, and it went high over the bar.
Good pressure from the boys, though, when the ball came down. Pascal was straight out there, you know, Gruev was straight out there, they were straight on top of him, so a real difficult one for him. But, you know, we just need, again, we need to get hold of that football a little bit more, because they have taken a bit of control in the last 5 minutes. We just need to, you know, get back to our own way of keeping the ball, moving it around into midfield, going across. You know, let's just get some possession inside of us a little bit, because they are looking like to try and take us on a break a little bit and make it a little bit of a, like the old days call it, a dirty game as such. They want to be on top of you at every opportunity and make it as difficult as possible to get hold of it. But you know, we've created our chances, we've created the space. We just need to have a little bit more quality on it.
Leeds talking about the physicality in the build-up to this game as Piroe takes long ball down in the penalty area. His touch was just slightly too heavy, and was a little frustrated, but because Pack was able to then get across and take it away from him, but put it out for a throw-in. On that occasion, just varying the ball forward, almost brought a result for Leeds. Firpo now back to Struijk. To Gruev, has to. Well, yes, a couple of hefty challenges there to contend with. And then when the ball does go out...
That was clearly our ball. From our position where we are, clearly our ball. Well done, referee.
Well, it was the assistant who gave it Leeds' way. The referee gave it the other way, and then the referee deferred and acknowledged his error, which is fair enough.
Which is unusual from a referee as well these days.
Leeds don't do an awful lot with the throw-in, and suddenly Murphy picks it up and launches a counter-attack for Portsmouth. And they have bodies down this right-hand side. Ritchie is on the ball now. Moving down the touchline, plays the ball towards the edge of the box. Gruev's worked back well to intercept for Leeds, and then tries to get the ball away. That comes back off Potts, has to head it forward. Solomon under pressure there. There is a scrap for Leeds, no question about it. So that physicality that they discussed in the build-up to the game is being demonstrated here in Portsmouth's approach to the game. Firpo with a throw-in. Junior Firpo beyond Piroe, back in his own half. Pushes it up and past Dan James. Well whipped forward by Murphy to Aouchiche, and then out to Ogilvie, back to the Frenchman. Crossfield ball to Ritchie down this right-hand side. Infield to Potts and back to Ritchie again. Further wide to Swanson. Ritchie to Pack, and back to Ritchie. And a swinger from him all the way across to the far side. I'm not sure that was where it was meant to go. And it's given, well, it almost gave Murphy a problem, but Dan James couldn't work it off him. And suddenly it's played into Ogilvie and Struijk, and Ogilvie's shot is blocked, I think, by his own man there. And Leeds were failing to clear that on more than one occasion, and Ogilvie kept finding himself with an opportunity to shoot. And ultimately, when he did hit it, I think it hit Bishop on the back.
Yeah, I think we got away with it there a little bit, because I think he got a bit of luck in the first place and kept on going forward with it. And as you say, I think it just hit his own play on the backside, which I think it'd been easy for Meslier to pick up, to be perfectly honest with you. But again, we're just seeing that they are growing in confidence, and we just need to nullify that realistically in the midfield, because they're kind of taking control a little bit in there. And
they're coming again here with Murphy. Plays a good ball in. Meslier's gone to his near post to gather that one and races out quickly so he can try and get Leeds on the front foot here and throw it to Dan James, and James over the halfway line. James has Bogle running outside of him, but he comes inside and he goes past the first challenge, and he's up to the edge of the area, and his shot is blocked. It comes back for Gruev. Gruev steadies himself and gives the ball to Solomon, who's in the box. Solomon on the edge to Aaronson. Aaronson just tucks it back for Gruev, and back now to Firpo. Firpo into the penalty area, and there's a bit of space perhaps for Solomon. Quickly closed down, shoots anyway, breaks for Piroe, and then Piroe's shot is saved right in front of goal. Tremendous chance for Leeds, not once but twice, and the goalkeeper has made a remarkable couple of stops there.
Yeah, great play. It all came from Meslier just playing it a little bit quicker. Dan James coming down the right-hand side, you know, committing players on that side, and it opened up, you know, the first chance from Solomon. Then obviously, you know, Piroe, you put your house on him, wouldn't you, in that position to put it in the back of the net. But, you know, great save from the keeper, but much better. Playing it quicker from there breaks their back line a little bit easier, because they are moving forward. They're trying to get forward as much as possible. We're just seeing the chance there. You know, it's a great save from the keeper. I think he's got to do better. I think he's got to put it in the back of the net, you know, with the confidence he's running there. But
well, they all looked across the assistant, but no flag went up. The goalkeeper, I mean, that first save was magnificent, because it came to him through a crowd. He couldn't possibly have seen it till really late, but then the reaction for the second save as well should have gone in, but still, Portsmouth have reason to be very grateful for the keeper's efforts. They come themselves with Ogilvie with a long-range effort. He'd spotted Meslier marginally off his goal line, and he went with the half volley, leaped in half volley, but it bounced wide.
I think he'd have caught hold of that, no problems whatsoever. But we'll go back to the chance there. You know, we break the line a little bit more, which I do think we've got to play sometimes a little bit quicker. You know, we try and play now, we're playing from the back, we're playing it out. Sometimes when Meslier's got it, let's break that line. Let's look for Dan James, let's look for Aaronson and break that first bit, because then it opens up a little bit more for us going forward.
5 minutes of the first half remaining, 0-0. Leeds have had the best chance in the last couple of minutes, the best chances in the last couple of minutes. And Joel Piroe, who's the furthest forward in a yellow shirt, will know that he probably should have added to his tally there. Firpo. Gruev goes back to Struijk. Works it round Ritchie, but Solomon's forced back by Swanson. And then, dragged
yellow
back.
Card, is he not?
Frustrated with the challenge man of Solomon, and rightly so, because he'd done the good work in getting away to start on a run forward there, even as deep as he was in his own half. And then suddenly Ogilvie intercepts the Rodon ball, and now it's Portsmouth on the front foot, up to the edge of the penalty area. Struik's got to clear this. He goes back to Meslier, and Meslier is caught late by the challenge of the full-back sliding in there, as Meslier cleared the ball, and Ogilvie went straight through him and caught him.
If the first one, pullback's not a yellow card, that has to be a yellow card. You know, he's gone straight through him there. He's got him with both feet on the floor, maybe, but this 100%, that has to be a yellow card. Well, just seeing it back, you know, just seeing the Solomon one back here, but you know, that's a yellow card in itself. A pullback is a yellow card. Never mind going in like you've just gone in there with the keeper. You know, he's gone in, flying in, nowhere near going to get the hold of that ball itself. How can that not be a yellow card?
Well, Meslier's back on his feet, but Rob Jones has been extremely lenient thus far this afternoon.
Well, he's setting the standards, isn't he? You know, the rest of the lads kind of know now what they can do and what they can't do, and you know, if you can go in with a challenge like that with intent, then you can, you know.
Leeds in possession in the Portsmouth half, but they lose that possession. Murphy wriggles away from Tanaka, and he's still going, and he has 3 up with him. Rodon steps across him and does a great work in first to win the ball for Leeds and then to get the ball clear, but it's back on the edge of the area with Tanaka. Rolls it to Rodon, out wide to Bogle. Now James, laid off nicely for Piroe. First touch from Piroe is good, and now
you get a yellow card for that, but you don't get a yellow card down here. It's a strange one, isn't it? Football's a very strange game. You know, the referees, we just want consistency, and the first one there has got to be a yellow card if that's a yellow card.
So Regan Poole goes into the book, first recipient of a yellow card. Having seen, even in the last couple of minutes, probably a couple of fouls that arguably were worse in terms of their severity. But the free kick is awarded, the card is shown, and Tanaka is over the ball for Leeds United. A couple of minutes remaining of the first period. Rodon, square to Struijk. Solomon at one side, but he goes back short to Rodon. Now Struijk again. He goes over the top, so Solomon has to set off on a chase. He's not going to get there though, and it bounces well away from him and out for a goal kick.
We've got to give credit to Portsmouth, haven't we, a little bit. You know, they are putting a lot of pressure on us, and that's what Struijk's looking for, that little running behind a little bit, but, you know, missed that first man out. But, you know, Joe Rodon just doing what Joe Rodon does, isn't he? His defensive awareness he's been fantastic this season, and nobody really beats him for pace on that right-hand side.
Schmidt, the goalkeeper, then with the goal kick. And he motions his teammates forward, so he's going along with this one for sure. As everyone heads up towards the halfway line. The ball crosses it now. Bishop comes off his man to win the header, flicked on, but Bogle's behind him. Ogilvie heads it back to Bishop. Murphy, Tanaka, and then Gruev. To push maybe on Gruev, but nothing given. Piroe, high foot there from Joel Piroe, and he's caught his opponent in the forehead, and he will be spoken to briefly by the referee. Portsmouth free kick just outside the centre circle, Leeds half. Ritchie goes over to take it again. Repositions the ball. The referee actually sends him to reposition it again a little further back. Ritchie with a line of blue shirts to aim at just outside the Leeds penalty area. One added minute as the ball comes into the box now. Heads up and away, only as far as Aouchiche on the edge of the area. Back into the near post, and Gruev is behind it to clear for Leeds United. Just for a moment, almost broke into a position of danger as the ball is headed over the top. Surely Bishop's offside. He's not going to get there anyway. Meslier beats him to it. And Firpo into Gruev. And back to Firpo again. Leeds on the front foot in the closing seconds here. Almost got it into the gap for Solomon, but Poole was in there. Regan Poole's done a good job. Hold the ball up and then plays it out to Swanson. Down the line. Firpo intercepts. And that takes us very close to the interval here. Portsmouth with the throw-in in their own half. 20 in the main stand have decided to head for the drinks concessions on the concourse under this traditional old structure. Swanson's throw down the line. Firpo can't quite get there. Solomon tries to get it in field as the referee puts the whistle to the lips to indicate the end of a hard-fought first 45 minutes for Leeds United. They've had the two best moments and forced 2 really good saves out the Portsmouth keeper Schmidt, but we've seen enough of Portsmouth at the other end to anticipate more battles in the second period. Half-time scoreline is Portsmouth 0, Leeds 0.
I think it's been a tough kind of half. The second half of that first half, they kind of took hold of a bit more control, didn't the Portsmouth? They're trying to play a little bit longer and pick up all the bits, and they're trying to play a very high forward line, which, you know, when we break that down, we create our chances. But we knew what was coming. We knew what was coming from Portsmouth. You know, we knew it was going to be a tough game. We knew they're going to want to battle on it. We have to match that. And coming into the second half, will we see any changes earlier because of the way they're playing? Maybe, maybe not. We know that Daniel Farke likes to play, 70 minutes of this team and then maybe look at changes then. But we've got some great, options in there. But, look, we had 2 great chances, as you say. One in particular, we should have scored. But, we're going to create chances. We know that, and it's one of them games, unfortunately, where we've just got to break them down a little bit more, and maybe 60, 70 minutes is where we get the breakthrough.
We shall see. Lots more work to be done in this one, that's for sure. It's Portsmouth 0, Leeds 0.
Second half now, we've got to do this, like we were in the middle of the game, let's put a bit of pressure onto them. Let's turn it around a little bit. We need to get hold of that ball, in particular, our 9 and 10 in particular have got to get hold of it a little bit more and break them lines and have the fullbacks making them breaks forward, because we normally used to seeing Junior Firpo and Bogle going forward, which we've already seen straight away in the second half. We can see they're a little bit further up in the pitch. So let's hope that that's a little change which the manager's made.
Long ball forward as the ball goes into the Portsmouth half, but only temporarily before Murphy turns the ball from a central position out wide. But Bishop, the centre forward, was offside, so he didn't get involved, and the ball goes out for a Leeds United throw-in down by the corner flag. Leeds kicking towards the travelling fans in this second half, still in the bright sunshine here at Fratton Park, just a short distance away from the sea. Firpo plays it forward. Piroe can't get underneath that one. Poole directs it away and back into Pack in his own half. And now Ogilvie. Murphy down the left side for Portsmouth here. Bogle's in front of him, plays it past Bogle and into Aouchiche, back to Murphy once more. Plays it through the legs and into the penalty area. Ball is whipped in centrally by Dozzell, and Tanaka just blocked it off and pushed it behind for a corner kick.
Good positioning by Tanaka there, good defending, but in the first place we've got to get a little bit tighter on that first ball going into the feet, into the box.
Leeds have early defending to do in this second period. Portsmouth fans on their feet behind the goal as the ball is curled in towards the near post, and Meslier got through a crowd to push it away. Comes back out to Murphy. Murphy will left foot this time into the middle, and again Meslier comes, and it's a good catch from the goalkeeper.
Absolutely well done from the keeper. We know he's under a bit of pressure from corners and free kicks and long balls going in. Oh no!
Solomon is played in by Piroe, but he's played in because
that looked tight, didn't it?
He's offside apparently.
That looked very tight from our position there.
Well, I'm saying he probably just was, but we'll have the opportunity, hopefully, to... It is tight, because he'd started his run early. And the flag up... Sometimes those flags go up automatically from the assistant, don't they? But up it went, and the game is resumed, and Portsmouth have a throw-in in the Leeds half. Bishop. Gruev rather, on the edge of the penalty area. Tanaka goes in, pumped forward. Piroe's not getting to that one. Poole's there well ahead of him. Regan Poole back to the goalkeeper. Pushes it up long into the Leeds territory once more. Bogle turns his header out for a Portsmouth throw, level the edge of the Leeds box. Ogilvie comes forward to take it. And then actually decides to leave it because they're going to go with a long throw again and Pack. So Marlon Pack takes a few steps back before he hits the perimeter fence here at Fratton Park. Wipes some moisture off the ball with his shirt. And Leeds fill that 6-yard box as it comes in that general direction. On the edge of the area, Ogilvie cleared back into the box, and Bogle brings it out and plays a fantastic ball. And now James has Solomon in the middle. If he can pick the right pass out, plays it into Solomon. Solomon's in the middle. Solomon past the keeper, still going into the middle. Piroe, oh, he's put it over the bar. He put it over the bar when he was looking at pretty much an open goal. And it was a classic counter-attack from Leeds. They'd done everything right, bar the bit at the end. And Piroe again squanders an opportunity.
What a chance that was. You know, great ball from Dan James going out. Bogle starts it all off. Again, we broke the line a little bit. Dan's in front. Solomon's on early doors, but he plays the right ball through. And it's a great chance for, you know, for Piroe on there. But again, a lot... I think we've got to finish it. We've got to, you know, we're creating a couple of chances now right in front of the goal, you know, and that was a fantastic opportunity.
So Leeds and the fans behind the goal, it was a hands to the head moment there collectively. Throw in for Leeds United, midway inside the Leeds half. Bogle involved at the start of that move. We'll take the throw for Leeds. Aaronson back to Bogle. Close down quickly, so the best he can do is just push it forward. And out of play it goes for a Portsmouth throw in. Ogilvie will take it. Ogilvie down the line. Rodon with a header forwards. Poole loops it out to this near side, but it's sailed beyond Murphy and out for a Leeds United throw-in. Jayden Bogle looking down the line. Not a lot on for him at the moment, in fairness. So he tries to go along with it. Piroe completely kept out of it by both Ogilvie and Pack there. Comes all the way back to the goalkeeper out of his penalty area, plays it out to Pack. Leeds get up the park quickly to try and apply pressure. Portsmouth have done well to work it from one side to the other. Maybe invite Leeds into the press as the ball goes over the top, but Meslier will come out and then let the ball roll past him so he can go and pick it up in the penalty area and roll it out quickly to Joe Rodon. Rodon given away. Aouchiche lays it off for Murphy. Tanaka can't get him. Still going Murphy through the middle. Ritchie wide in the penalty area. Ritchie cuts it back, but it's blocked off and it's curled back in again, and it's headed away by Rodon. Aaronson behind it, but Dozzell beats him to it. Headed out to James, who puts it looping into the middle. Potts nods it out to Ogilvie on this near side. Given away, straight to Bogle. Bogle, well, somehow it finds its way to Piroe, who lays it off for Aaronson. Puts it over the top, and James was, well, if he'd set off there, Dan James, as he originally, I think, intended to do, might have gotten the end of it, but Poole blocked his run, and it carries through to the keeper. Yeah,
a little bit more competitive again, isn't it? It's what Portsmouth want. They want this to be they want this to be a battle. They don't want it to be a football match, and you know, we've got to battle with them and win that, win your individual, you know, duels, and then you can, you know, create the spaces. But we've got to be a little bit better, you know, maybe that Aaronson ball, maybe in the corner a little bit, where you know Dan James is going to win on pace all day long, but you know, good defending from our side of things as well, you know, in the back. It's definitely a very competitive match at the minute, isn't it? It's we're creating chances, we just need to, you know, keep that back door nicely shut.
Murphy plays the ball back to Potts, well up in the Leeds half. Back it goes to Murphy, operating on the right-hand side at the moment, in tandem with Ritchie. Back it goes to Swanson, comes in field, and then goes back into the centre circle where Pack waits with time and space to deliver wide to Ogilvie. Ogilvie at Bogle, gets a header forward instead to Aouchiche. Takes it down high on the shoulder, and then it's into touch from Rodon. And a change is about to be made. Portsmouth making the first change of the game, so Devlin is going to come on for them. Terry Devlin, who's a young Northern Irishman midfielder. And it's Aouchiche the man on loan from Sunderland, who's heading towards the touchline. So Devlin, relatively inexperienced, but
he's been quite dangerous for them, I thought, for Portsmouth. So quite happy with that change there.
I think it's an injury, isn't it, for Aouchiche? It's just what he's indicating now, that he's not feeling fully fit. So has opted to come off. Portsmouth with the throw-in. Pack into the centre circle to Poole. Out wide it goes for Swanson. Turns away from Solomon. Potts back to Pack on the halfway line. Portsmouth now playing in the Leeds half. Pack, straight ball. Gets it back luckily off Gruev. Murphy back into the middle where there's space for Potts. On it goes to Bishop. Bishop back to Pack on the halfway line. James is in like a whipping to try and take the ball off him, and almost succeeds in doing that. Pack is just about strong enough to keep him away from it as it goes wide. Ritchie shields his eyes before he takes the ball down, coming in at him out the sunshine. Ritchie on that far touchline for Portsmouth, still playing in Leeds territory. Down the line, offside, yeah, had to be against Dozzell. Leeds held the line on the edge of the box well. The flag was raised when it came through for Dozzell just beyond the last man. Meslier with the ball on the edge of the Leeds penalty area. Short pass to Rodon. 10 minutes of the second half have gone. Still all square, 0-0. Leeds have missed a fantastic chance in this second half. Rodon. Aaronson can't get the ball forwards for Leeds, and it's a little lucky that it's come out of play for a Leeds United throw-in. Rodon just maybe asking for a bit more there available when he wanted to play a pass out from the back, but maybe that's to do with Portsmouth pressing. Tanaka just puts it up in the air. Potts beats Aaronson. Tanaka with another header. Potts wins it as it comes down. Bogle just launches it. Most un-Leeds like that one. Bounces out of play as Tanaka is picking himself up from that challenge a moment ago. Took quite a whack, I think.
Yeah, I think he was indicating that he put the ball out of play, you know, with Tanaka down on the pitch, but it's definitely competitive at the back there. We've got to, you know, again, they're creating a little bit of space, they're growing with confidence again. You know, their change, you know, doesn't really affect our way of playing. I still think Aaronson needs to get hold of that ball. You know, if we're going to play it from the back into that midfield area, especially in our final third, we've got to keep hold of it a lot better. We've got to be stronger, and then we can play the long ball if we need to when we're in trouble a little bit. But that first pass into the midfielder or the front two has to stick a lot more to create the space then for the rest of the lads.
Bogle puts one hopefully over the top, but Piroe will get there. He's out wide on this near side, so there's an awful lot still to do for Joel Piroe. Still on the ball now. Plays it into the edge of the area. James waits on the edge of the D. Blocked off first time, and that's an important challenge on Dan James because Solomon was waiting out wide. Struik's loopy header. He's got to go and win another one. Bishop beats him to it. Portsmouth in the Leeds half. Taken down well by Devlin on the move forward for the home team. Down the touchline. Tanaka's in with him, as is Firpo, and between the pair of them, they put him off sufficiently that his crossing to the middle is not a good one. It's an easy catch for pickup rather from Meslier.
And if they played it a little bit earlier, Ritchie was in, he'd broken the line. But good defending from the boys on the left side there, you know, good pressure on them. But
oh, they've given it away. Leeds have lost it. Tanaka's caught, and it's Murphy just outside the D. Through the middle, curls his shot goalwards, and it takes a deflection on its way, and it curls beyond Meslier and behind for a Portsmouth corner.
I keep saying it, we're just going to keep hold of that ball a little bit more. You know, got to get hold of it in the back four, you know, the middle two. You know, we've got Gruev in there to kind of create a bit more going through into the back four and holding it and so on, but we just seem to be losing it in there. It's not something where you expect Tanaka to lose it. You know, he, out of everybody, is the best, you know, in this league, without a shadow of a doubt, in possession and keeping hold of that possession. But Portsmouth are making it very, very tough for us because they're right on top of us at every occasion.
And they'll be right on top of Leeds now for this corner kick, which is going to be taken by Matt Ritchie. Ritchie takes a long walk back as far as he can, at least here, as it's curled into the middle and the heads go up, and Rodon gets a touch on that one to get it to the edge of the area. Ogilvie feeds it back to Dozzell and gets it back from Dozzell. Comes out towards the corner flag, whips it back in the middle. It's a great ball. It's headed away by Struijk. Comes out for the shot, and it takes a deflection, but it's off a Portsmouth player, and it goes behind, and it's a goal kick.
Coming back to it, they're growing confidence in this second half. You know, they're putting a bit of pressure on us. We've got to just, you know, stand firm, get our shape, keep the ball a little bit, you know, and weather this storm which they're trying to put onto us.
Leeds take a short goal kick. Then Meslier goes long. James waits near side, beaten in the air by Pack, 2-7s in competition. And then a ball over the top, which needs defending by Leeds here. Devlin. Rodon stays strong, but Devlin still picks up the second ball. And he looks on the edge of the area to get support from Murphy. Puts a low cross in, right across the face of goal, off the toes of Bishop, and out towards the far corner flag. It's still in play there, and it's won by Swanson into the middle for Struijk to head clear. Leeds getting a proper examination here at the moment now, as Portsmouth come again with Pack from the centre circle to his left to Ogilvie. Turns back and goes all the way back to the goalkeeper as James was there to press. Poole goes back to the goalie. And Schmidt with a short ball to Pack. Pack wide to Ogilvie. Forward ball. Gone beyond Rodon, and Meslier stayed on his line, and Bishop has clipped it in, and Portsmouth are ahead. A calamitous mix-up at the back for Leeds United, and Bishop nipped in, and he's clipped it in, and Portsmouth are in front. Portsmouth 1, Leeds 0.
Yeah, really disappointing, the lack of communication from Rodon and Meslier there. You know, I think the keeper's got to come and take everything. You know, I think he can get it from what I can see from my first look. Again, it's just a hopeful ball over the top from their left back Ogilvie, and you know we've got to talk at the back. We've got to have that communication, and somebody's got to take control of it. Realistically, as a centre half, I think you've got to take control totally. Follow the ball in, throw it out of play, kick it out of play as much as you can. You know, you've got to defend. If you're taking the keeper out, you take the keeper out.
Well, Bishop, credit him for his finish, but Leeds were all at sea defensively there, and Portsmouth have exploited it, and Leeds have a lot to do here, as the home side will now be right at it, more so even than they were prior to the goal going in, and the home fans for sure. As you can hear, such a disappointing goal that Leeds have conceded. Time for cool heads as the ball is misplaced and the pass goes out of play, and that will be a Portsmouth throw-in in the Leeds half. And this is one of those grounds where all four sides are making a racket now, as you would get at Ellen Road in similar circumstances. One area remains quiet, and that's the Leeds end away to our right-hand side. Ogilvie with the ball over the top, this space again for Dozzell. Aaronson and Tanaka come out, but Bogle it is who gets on the end of the ball. Dozzell is back at him though, and Portsmouth win it back. And Dozzell feeds it into Murphy. Murphy skips past Aaronson, curls his cross into the middle, and Meslier at a stretch, make sure he gets there before Bishop. And now Struijk, out it goes to Firpo to carry it forward for Leeds. Straight ball, but straight to Pack. He'd read it, and then Struijk comes across. Strong challenge, fair challenge from Struijk, out for a throw into Portsmouth.
Yeah, Junior just made the wrong choice there going into Piroe. I think, you know, Solomon had made the break. He was in front of the, you know, the full back there. A little ball down the line would have been a much better one. But look, this place is a tough place to come at any time. But when they get a goal in front, it's going to be even tougher. Is it time now for the manager to think about changes and how he's going to change it?
Well, Leeds have subs warming up. Portsmouth are attacking again here with the ball down by the corner flag. The goal scorer Bishop, and he's got past Firpo. And from the byline, the block is made by Gruev, and it goes behind for a Portsmouth corner. So Leeds have more defending to do here when they want to be playing the game up the other end. Portsmouth have been pressing impressively in the last 10 or 15 minutes after the let-off of the miss. Did just wonder whether they would take that as a boost. And they've carried the momentum into the Leeds half, and they're lining up this corner kick here now. In it comes from Ritchie. Meslier with a punch clear. It's good distance on the ball. It goes well beyond Dozzell. Leeds break from the box up towards the halfway line, and it goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. Schmidt delivers back into Leeds territory. Just another long ball, and it will bounce and go behind surely for a goal kick. It does.
Looks like the changes will be imminent as well. There's three of them getting changed here, you know, so you've got Joseph, Ramazani, and you've got Joe Rothwell in there as well coming on. By the looks of it, how that changes, I don't know, but I think it's time, isn't it? We need to freshen something up, definitely.
Well, Leeds are going to be playing at the other end. There's a goal required here now to get anything. Meslier, long ball up into that Portsmouth half. Solomon and Poole battle, breaks for Piroe. Plays it into the path of Solomon, edge of the penalty area. Back it comes for Piroe, just on the edge of the box. Teed up for Tanaka. Tanaka's in the box, comes out for Bogle. Bogle trying to cut it back into the middle. Still has a chance to try and get it back in. Comes out for James. James on his left foot, up to the edge of the area to Gruev. Helps it on to Firpo. Firpo puts it into the middle, and the goalkeeper comes and gathers it. Well, there was real promise in that attack from Leeds, but ultimately just ended up in the hands of the goalkeeper.
Yeah, they're throwing all the bodies in front of everything, aren't they? You know, they've got that lead now, which it gives them something to hold on to even more. And it is good defending from Portsmouth, as I said earlier on. We've got to give them credit. They have worked their socks off this half, and up to now, what, 70 minutes in, 65 minutes in, and you know, they have worked their socks off, and we need to create some chances. As I say, we've got 3 coming on. I'm guessing one of them potentially is Gruev coming off, I would imagine, and Aaronson coming off, and then one of the wingers as well will be changed. But you know, fresh legs, I think, is definitely needed at this present moment in time.
Murphy for Portsmouth, just outside the Leeds penalty area. Now Dozzell and Ogilvie. Ogilvie steps in, goes forward, gets it wide to Devlin. Devlin gets a good cross into the middle. Almost hesitation again there before Firpo cleared it. Surely handball on the edge of the penalty box there, as the ball was allowed to bounce in the middle of the 6-yard box.
Yeah, there's one rule you always get told as a kid when you're growing up: never let it bounce. And it seems to be that footballers do now want to let it bounce. You know, let's clear our lines. Sometimes you've got to put your foot through it. You know, Portsmouth have done it a few times and put it down here. It's caused us problems. Sometimes we have to do that. We have to put it behind them. Let's make them work towards their own goal, and then we can put pressure on them a little bit more further up the football pitch.
Well, Aaronson and Tanaka are off, and Rothwell and Ramazani are on. So those are the changes, with Joseph on as well to replace Mana Solomon. So Solomon has the long walk round from the far touchline past the Portsmouth fans and then the Leeds fans. Leeds start the game again with that short free kick to Gruev, who is still on the pitch, with Rothwell alongside. Portsmouth snap into a challenge with Bishop playing the ball into the edge of the penalty area. Heads go up, it comes down and out for Dozzell to shoot! And Meslier, two-handed, pushes that one away. He was going to his right, the ball was flying to his left. He had to change direction and padded the ball away from goal.
Great save.
Cross in from Ritchie. Oh, they're really warming to the task here, Portsmouth, and they've won themselves a corner kick. Yeah,
great save there for Meslier. He's going one way and he's had to change direction very, very quickly and pushed it out. We've got to, again, weather this storm. You know, they're on top at this present moment in time, and hopefully the changes which we've made will come to fruition, because I think Joseph is somebody at the top who will put pressure on the centre halves and the full-backs and do all the donkey work, really, as we call it. But another corner that we need to, you know, be strong at and defend well.
So Matt Ritchie is not in any great hurry, obviously, to take this corner kick, because the clock shows that we have 22 minutes remaining here at Fratton Park, and Portsmouth have the lead, and they have a corner. Ritchie curls it into the middle, and the head's from Ogilvie. Well, he won it ahead of Joseph, but he couldn't get it on target.
Yeah, Joseph made it very hard for him there, didn't he? Got his body in the way, which is, you know, what you want as a defender going into, you know, defending a corner. You know, we've made the change now. Rothwell will push a little bit further forward. You know, you've got Joseph up the top, as I say, and Piroe now into number 10. You know, look, we need a little bit extra from everybody, you know, for this last, you know, 25, 30 minutes, which we've got left.
Ogilvie launches it up into the Leeds half. Gruev battles with Bishop. Bishop wins his header, and then Bogle comes in and just diverts the ball into the path of Meslier. 20,314 the attendance, 2,171 hardy souls have made the journey to follow Leeds United. At the moment, it looks like a long, hard journey home, but Leeds can change that. They have time to change that. They have to try and change that. Rodon gives the ball to Struijk, right on cue. Hear those Leeds voices.
Unbelievable support, isn't it? Everywhere we go, you know, literally we fill everywhere. And you know, for a 12:30 kickoff on a Sunday down in Portsmouth,
12 o'clock. We still 12 o'clock. Not even the benefit of an extra half hour in bed.
You know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? We were, as you say, we were at breakfast, and the guys from Norway were there and everything. It's just amazing support, as always, everywhere we go.
Dan James down the right-hand side for Leeds. Comes back inside. Still ferries the ball to Gruev. Puts it up far side where Firpo's not going to get there. It's kind of telegraphed, so Swanson was able to step in and intercept. And as Struijk goes across, he's the only man in close proximity to the ball. Gruev comes in to join in. Interesting that Tanaka was the switch. Tough afternoon for Tanaka, and maybe Portsmouth kind of targeted him in terms of the physicality we've mentioned.
He makes us tick though, doesn't he, in the middle of the park, and you know, they might well have, you know, he has found it very tough in there because they have been right on top of him.
Struijk from Meslier up the line to Gruev. First touch was a little heavy there, so it's a stretch with the second one. And it was given away, but Leeds have a throw in, but it's in the Leeds half. Firpo, back it goes to Pascal Struijk. Now Rothwell. On to Gruev. Left side Firpo. Again, quickly closed down. Swanson puts a foot in. Struijk across the back to Rodon, and back to Pascal Struijk. And now Gruev to his left to Firpo. Back to Gruev once more. Thus far, Leeds' big moments have been really big moments in front of goal. Penalty denied in the first half, and then double save from the goalkeeper, and then a miss from Piroe in this second half. Bogle trying to play it through for Ramazani. Piroe's come in and got it for Leeds anyway, and it breaks kindly for Bogle down this right side, trying to come inside his man, falls to the ground. He's not getting a free kick for that one, Jaden Bogle, as Packard kept suitably far away from him to show there was no real contact there. So goal kick it will be. Yeah, I don't think there was much contact down there, was there really? And this referee's not going to give you anything. You know, today he's not really done anything, you know, for us this game, has he? You know, it's been a battle, and you know, he's not going to give us little things like that. So Bogle's back on his feet, and Portsmouth are planning changes, and the goal kick has yet to be taken. Schmidt taking his time, as you would predict at this stage. Ball up into the Leeds half. Rodon header nodded into touch by Dozzell. Bogle with the throw in for Leeds United. Movement ahead of him, but doesn't know where to put it. Joseph comes in short. He keeps it away from Ogilvie. played it up the line, but James had left that position. It's cleared forward by Pack. Rodon with a header. Dozzell back into Leeds half. And then Bogle up in the air again into Portsmouth territory. An unfamiliar look to this game at the moment. Maybe a more familiar look if, from a Portsmouth perspective. It's up in the air a lot. Leeds are having to respond in a similar manner.
We said at the start, didn't we, that it was going to be physical, and it certainly has, and we've got to build up to that for that fight. You know, it's they are putting pressure on us all over the football pitch, and as we've said before, we've got to give them a bit of credit. But everybody ups their game against Leeds United, don't they? You know, we are the people everybody wants to beat, and you know, we have to up our game now by 10%. You know, to create them chances. You know, which we create some really good chances, and that's a disappointing thing. You know, and Portsmouth really have only created one proper chance and put that in the back of the net.
Change being made by Portsmouth here. Ritchie, who's had a good game for them. He's going to be replaced by Bramall. So had a lengthy delay while we were waiting for that change to be made. And then the game will restart with this Portsmouth throw in. Ogilvie midway inside the Leeds half. Throws it beyond Rodon. And then, well, there's the battling encapsulated in a couple of seconds there. Both players trying to drag opponents out the way. And the ball eventually into touch for a throw in. Leeds still deep in their own half. And the long throw goes straight to Pack. And then Rodon with a header away from the edge of the box and drops for Potts. And Potts is kept off it by Struijk. Does well. And then Firpo out to Ramazani. Tucks it back inside for Firpo to continue the forward movement for Leeds. Back to Ramazani down the left side. In it goes too far ahead of Firpo. Blocks and gets in. And Firpo's through! And Firpo's attempt is saved by the goalkeeper. Junior Firpo right in front of goal. And again, Leeds United are thwarted by Schmidt.
We got the look there, didn't we, with a few ricochets which got through, and Junior, you know, he's got all the way through on goal. He's one-on-one, and again, the keeper's made a great save, you know, from it. But again, we have to score that. You know, we have to put it in the back of the net. We have created 3 fantastic opportunities.
Firpo's header off the bar, and it's back in there, and it's wide from James on the rebound. Well, Junior Firpo got in again there between defenders, and there was great power in the header, but it crashed against the bar. When it came down, another header was put wide.
And not as good as his other chance, literally, you know, 20 seconds beforehand, but a good chance. You know, great ball in, similar to what it was last week against West Brom, wasn't it? And he's got the header, and it's just hit onto there, and James just couldn't direct the header into the right direction. But you know, much better from Leeds. You know, let's keep that pressure on them, you know, because they've certainly put the pressure on us.
Ogilvie for Portsmouth. Plays it into the path of Bramall. Whips his ball towards the far side of the area. Headed away by Struijk. But it only comes from Murphy. Murphy shoots. Oh, not far wide. For just one moment there, I feared that was flying in, but Meslier got across and it went past the post. Leeds will make 2 more changes. Gnonto and Byram about to come on.
It's end to end, isn't it? It's. I'm guessing the crowd must have just seen, you know, that shot from there, because the zoo's coming from there. But look, it's end to end at the minute. You know, we need to get that that equaliser, you know, sooner rather than better. And you know, we've had some superb chances, but again, a couple of changes coming on. You know, we've got an array of talent on our bench, you know, who can turn football matches. So let's hope that's the case when these guys come on.
Yeah, well, we've got, what, 12 minutes plus remaining here. Portsmouth lead by 1-0. And Leeds United need to take something from this fixture. We just know that elsewhere there are those who support Sheffield United and Burnley in particular, but Sunderland as well, who are all, for the time being, Pompey fans. Gruev is off, Gnonto is on, Bogle is off, Byram is on.
It's like we've gone 4-4-2, I'm guessing. 2 up top, Gnonto in on the 10 kind of area. Rothwell's just come back into, you know, Gruev's kind of little position. So Gnonto's going to be more of an attacking midfielder in there. So, you know, the gaffer's kind of gone for it, hasn't he?
Well, there's a lot of attackers on, that's for sure. Joseph, Piroe, Gnonto, James, Ramazani, Rothwell just behind. Joseph there, gives it to Rothwell. Tries to push it up the line. It's cleared into touch for a Leeds United throw in. Rothwell stays to take it, then leaves it for Firpo. Junior Firpo throws in field to Gnonto. First touch for him, given away to Murphy. Now Devlin back into his own half to Marlon Pack. Across the back it goes to Poole. Just puts it up over the top, Regan Poole, and it's going to go into touch for a Leeds throw-in, but deep in the Leeds half.
Good pressure from Joseph there at the back to get them just to kick it kind of anywhere to a certain point, and we've got hold of the ball again. And as you say, Brim, we've got an array of talent up top now. You know, let's make that count.
Needed a better ball there from Joseph and didn't get it into the path of Piroe. Every moment like that becomes more significant as the clock ticks down. Struijk has conceded a corner kick just when he was trying to control the ball and work it back to Meslier, and it's bobbled off in front of him and it's gone behind, and Portsmouth have attacking initiative again.
Yeah, and they're dangerous from these set pieces, aren't they? They've scored a lot from these, but also we can be dangerous for the counter-attack as well. You know, some of our best chances have come from our little counter-attack, so you know, hopefully again we defend it right, and you know, we can get the ball out to one of our wingers who have got plenty of pace to break the line again.
Dozzell with the corner into the near post, headed clear, and James will try and get there, and he does get there. And James is on the race out to this near side touchline. He puts the ball over the top. Gnonto's coming, but so's the goalkeeper, who's miles out of his penalty and wins a header. Leeds have it back again, halfway line with Joseph. Trying to keep the forward momentum with Firpo into the path of Piroe. Piroe looking forwards for Leeds. In it goes past Ramazani though. Another one of those moments when the pass has to be the right pass. Piroe couldn't find his teammate, and Schmidt allows it to roll and roll and roll before he picks it up, and we are now inside the final 10 minutes of this game at Fratton Park.
It was the right ball, Bryn. I know you're saying, you know, we've got to find the right ball. It's the right ball, we just didn't control it right, you know. Again, it's them little bits which we just need to be better with.
Ball into the Leeds half. Struijk with a header. Byram goes in to try and win it from Bramall, but it's looped up for Bishop, edge of the box. Back into the path of Bramall. Bishop in link up again. Bramall goes left and cuts a good ball in the middle. Struijk is there to defend it. Byram keeps it from going for a throw-in. Ogilvie back into the edge of the area. Byram's battling with Bramall, and Bramall again puts it back in the middle. And then Firpo with a header. It's a little loose, but Rothwell's read it and dealt with it. And then Piroe, was he caught late there? No, according to the referee, not. So Portsmouth end up with a throw-in rather than a Leeds free kick.
Yeah, I think he did catch him a little bit there, but as I say, we're not getting anything from the referee, so you know, you've got to keep the play, and you've got to keep playing all the way to he actually does blow his whistle. But
so Portsmouth in an advanced position in the Leeds half, and the throw-in which Swanson will take. Looks like he may be looking to put this one in long as well. It's the edge of the area at least. There's a push on Struijk by Bishop. Leeds will take a quick free kick perhaps here. Meslier puts the ball down. Struijk back to Meslier and out to Rodon. Forward ball for Gnonto. Rothwell, Leeds still playing on the edge of their own box as Struijk goes wide now to Firpo down the far touch line. Firpo comes in field. 20 up in yellow shirts. Rothwell square to Byram. Back it goes to Rodon. And now the halfway line, and Struijk through the middle for Firpo. Plays the ball into Joseph. Joseph's on the edge of the area. Mateo Joseph trying to break through a bank of shirts. Couldn't find a way through that line. Struijk with a couple of headers and then a real clash. And Firpo punches the ground in frustration as the referee penalises him for a challenge on Murphy.
Yeah, I don't know how much was in that, to be perfectly honest, but we're creating a little bit again, but they're defensive. They're a blue wall at the back at the minute, you know, because they have got that lead and they're putting everything into keeping this lead. So, you know, we have to find something special in this last 10 minutes to, you know, break it down.
Home fans are the fans making all the noise here. The Leeds fans contemplating a defeat for the first time in a very long time. Still time. Byram clears away towards the halfway line. Pack comes in for Portsmouth. A really good game, Marlon Pack. Wears 7, but plays as a central defender, the captain. All that championship experience he's got. Byram with a throw in. Told to stay where he is. Gives it to Gnonto. Side football straight to Potts. Out of touch, it will go into touch. It will go for another Leeds throw in. Byram, the referee's listening to the Portsmouth fans there as he sends Byram back. Byram puts the ball out. Free kick though, foul on Byram. A rare moment of Rob Jones giving a free kick to Leeds in that sort of situation. Told to go back. Rothwell takes it. Ah, the rolling ball.
The most frustrating thing, isn't it?
So off we go again. Rothwell. Not a lot on. Square to Rodon. Wide to Struijk. Firpo up the line. Has the ball, but he's still in Leeds half. Gnonto keeps the ball, gives it back to Struijk. Back to Gnonto on the left side. Inside the final 5 here now. Gnonto's ball through the middle. Ramazani trying to curl away from Ogilvie, but Ogilvie did well. Gnonto picks it up for Leeds United with Struijk. And now Rothwell. Now Byram. Out wide to this right side to James. Dan James comes infield. Still going. Left foot. Plays it far post. Heads go up at that far post. Little touch behind.
I think it was a corner.
And it's a goal kick. And Joseph is furious.
I don't know if that was half a chance there from our viewing point. It seemed to be half a chance for Joseph, but he did seem to get a touch, did the defender. They're just throwing everybody into everything at the minute, aren't they?
Well, what else can it be at this stage? 4 minutes of the 90 remaining. Leeds trail. The gap closed yesterday afternoon with everybody below Leeds winning. Immediately below at least. And now Leeds, we knew this was going to be difficult, and it's proved every bit of that. But there have been big moments for Leeds in this game that will be reflected upon in the aftermath. There may yet be big moments for Leeds in this game, but if they're to come, they have to come soon. Throw into Portsmouth on the halfway line. Ogilvie down the line. Rodon's header down. James. Devlin flicked on for Bramall. Into the penalty area, Devlin can't control it. He does actually recover it well and gets it back to Bramall again. And it takes a deflection right into the hands of Meslier. Now he's got to look forward and pick out a yellow shirt. Rolls it forward to Rothwell. Goes wide to his left to Firpo. Infield to Ramazani. Ramazani into Joseph. Joseph's giving it away and committed a foul. Really frustrating that. His touch was not right. And he pushed his opponent and trying to get back on the ball.
Yeah, it's the most frustrating thing, isn't it, when there's like 3 minutes left. You want to keep hold of it. You want to, you know, get your players in. But that's been our problem all game. We've not kept hold of the ball well enough, which is very, very unlike Leeds United. We normally do keep hold of that ball, particularly in the final third. But we just today, for some reason, we haven't been able to keep hold of it and create from there. And as I said, we've got to give Portsmouth some credit because they've defended very, very solidly at the back.
We are staying up, the home fans are singing. That's how they view the significance of this potential result. Leeds obviously have loftier ambitions, but they are on hold currently as the ball comes into the Leeds penalty area, and it's a loose header, clean header, clear header for Devlin, arriving all alone in the penalty area. Nobody came with him, and Leeds were very lucky he didn't do better with a header then. Now Ramazani, centre circle, twists and turns away from Murphy. still closes out and gets a free kick for the drag back by Murphy earlier in that move. And it's taken short and square to Rodon, who gives it back to Rothwell. And Rothwell out wide to Firpo, down the line to Joseph. Joseph loses the ball, but Leeds get a throw in. Portsmouth will make more subs. Yengi and Hayden are coming on. Just to eat into the remaining, well, we're into the final minute here now, so time very much against Leeds as Swanson comes towards the near side touchline. Clapped all the way, as is Dozzell. And the next big action for the fourth official will be to raise the board to tell us how long is remaining. It looks like it's going to be 5 added minutes from the early indication, having just had a glimpse of the board now. So just 5 minutes to be added onto this game. Throw in, back it goes to Struijk, and now Struijk to Rodon, and Rodon across the back to Byram, and now Struijk. There's the board, up it goes, 5 confirmed. Firpo loses it, tries to win it back. Does he get caught? Oh, he's lumps kicked out of him there. And it's all getting a little bit angry. And the referee has had to step into the midst of a crowd of players. Firpo looked like he'd been caught heavily there on the ground. And what has the referee decided to give at the end?
I think he's given us a free kick. I think Firpo was down, and then he just took a big swipe at him, didn't he, by the looks of it? And that was the free kick which he gave. But look, good opportunity for us to put it in the box, because that's really where, you know, we have to do it. We've got Joe Rothwell over there who can deliver. We know that, and let's put it into a very dangerous position. And you know, we need something quick.
Ain't that the truth? So Leeds free kick, Rothwell to take it. Over on that far touchline. Leeds have pushed almost everybody up. Ramazani and Gnonto are the two outside the penalty area. James on the edge of it. Still no signal from the referee here for Rothwell to take it yet. Not quite sure what the delay is. Now the signal comes. Surely the wall isn't 10 yards back. Rothwell prepares to put this ball in the Portsmouth penalty area. Oh, he's hit Murphy. The wall comes out for Gnonto, so they stay forward, but well, Leeds have ended up all the way back with Meslier, and that is greeted like a goal by the home supporters. Struijk beaten in the air by Pack. Ramazani, Struijk just loops it up. Handball. And then a battle going on, and a Leeds free kick for handball. And there's a card out as it all gets a bit chaotic, shown to Potts. So this one's got to go in. Well, it's taken short to Ramazani, but the referee inevitably slows things down. And Leeds have to start again with 3 of the added 5 remaining. Now this one's got to be better.
Yeah, it has to go into the danger area, doesn't it? I think the first one, I think he's nicked a couple of yards off it and just got his arm up, and it's you know, he's got hold of it there. But look, this has got to go into the right area.
So Rothwell again, line of players on just on the edge of the penalty area. Rothwell towards the far side, pushes in there, Struijk back into the middle. Referee's seen a push and given a free kick, and that's a Portsmouth free kick. And again, the home side celebrate the decision because they know they're edging much closer now to their most significant win since returning to championship level.
Yeah, they've been a very tough opponent today, haven't they? I think you know, Bishop up top has been fantastic. He's made it a battle from start to finish, and I think, as you said earlier on, you know, Park, the captain at the back, has played a captain's performance from Portsmouth's point of view.
Last couple of minutes, Meslier with the ball in his hands, can't hang around. In fact, there's an argument for kicking it, but he throws it out to Byram, who's caught in possession. And Byram says, what are you doing there, giving it to me? I didn't want it there. And so Leeds with a throw in. Rodon back to Meslier. Meslier, well, the goalkeeper for Portsmouth gets the man of the match award. There's the story.
Tells you everything, doesn't it? You know, we have had 3 great chances, you know, which we should be putting away at least one of them. You know, it's one of them, isn't it, when we've always had that opportunity. Sometimes we have a lot of opportunities in front of goal and we just don't convert as many as we want.
Long ball forward, headed away by Poole, and it breaks into the Leeds half, and only Meslier is there, and we're into the final minute. Meslier goes long, looping ball, Firpo challenges, ball drops, it's kicked up in the air, game goes on. Rodon trying to get underneath it, loops his header forward. Firpo helps it on, and then Piroe, Gnonto, Ogilvie gets there ahead of him on the edge of the box. Struijk wins the header down the line for Firpo. Firpo, strong challenge, celebrated like a goal by Devlin. And it's out for a Leeds throw-in. Firpo's going to try and deliver it long into the penalty area, so Struijk heads in that direction. How long can Firpo throw this one? We're about to see. Loops in now. Struijk gets there, but it's up in the air. Comes down for Joseph. Firpo tries to drive back into the middle. It's a corner. Corner kick.
Meslier going up.
And so the goalkeeper is going to go up and join in here, because it's that place they call Last Chance Saloon for Leeds United. And the Leeds fans behind the goal know that it's now or it is never. So Rothwell with the corner kick for Leeds. The referee steps into the middle of the crowd of players, then steps out of it. And Rothwell awaits his signal, which he gets now. Steps away from the ball. 2 arms raised, Joe Rothwell. Curls his ball into the middle. Heads up! Oh, it's a brilliant save. Byram with the header. And the goalkeeper, the man of the match, shows why. He pushes it over the crossbar.
Great save again, wasn't it? Great ball in by Rothwell, but the keeper's made some great saves today. You know, he deserves his man of the match. But like, as you said, last chance saloon. This is going to be in the right area again.
So Rothwell again from the near side this time. Rothwell puts the ball into the middle. Struijk's header has gone wide. It'll be cleared, and that will be the last action of the game as it's up in the air. And Leeds United have fallen to defeat here at Fratton Park. The long unbeaten run comes to an end at the hands of Portsmouth. 1 goal enough to inflict a defeat upon Leeds. Bishop with it in the second half, but there were big chances made and missed by Leeds United in this game this afternoon. And those fans behind the goal will have cause to reflect on that on a long, sad journey home. So, pressure on at the top has just ramped up a little. Full-time scoreline here. It's finished. Portsmouth 1, Leeds United 0.
Yeah, disappointing. What does it bring? To be fair, you know, the keeper's made 3 fantastic saves. You know, he's got man of the match, 18 unbeaten we've been. It had to come to an end at some point. I don't think we could have gone all season with that. It was a good opportunity to put the pressure on everybody again below us. Look, if there's any positives, we're still top of the league, you know, and we would have taken that at this time of the season going into it. You know, the bottom line now is we've got to bounce back on Wednesday, you know, against Millwall. You know, we created some really, really good chances, and we've got to put them away, and that's what we've got to remember if we're taking any positives out of there. Portsmouth came here with a game plan. Their game plan was to make it tough, make it a really hard game for us, and they did that, you know, and we've got to give Portsmouth credit because they did make it very, very difficult, you know, but we still created some great chances and we should have put some of them away, you know, but we move on, we go to the next game, Millwall at home on Wednesday night, and we, you know, we've got to get 3 points there and keep the pressure on everybody else. Absolutely, and the Leeds players have gone to recognise the backing of those 2,171 behind the goal who made it to the south coast for a 12 noon kick-off and now have to head off with the contemplation of another twist, another turn
in the eternal Leeds United story. Full-time scoreline here. It's finished. Portsmouth 1, Leeds United 0.